Honey, when they say heat exhaustion is a real thing, I'm gonna need you to believe them folks, because as some of y'all have may or may not seen, yesterday I took my partner out for his solar return. And when I say I almost died at the game, I mean I almost died at the game. I quite literally almost passed out from heat exhaustion. Thank God the people that were running the Are y'all still letting off fireworks? Baby, wrap it up. We're done. We're done. Wrap it up. We're not going to be doing this, okay? No. Wrap up these fireworks. We're done. America does not deserve a birthday. I know y'all saw my post. America has been on their worst behavior, okay? On their worst behavior. They don't deserve a birthday party, okay? America, birthday party canceled. Done. Yes, I quite literally almost passed out. Well, according to my partner, he said I almost had a heat stroke, I guess, because I was seeing all the little black spots and feeling like I was gonna pass out and throw up in the same breath. Like it was a lot. It was a lot. But I'm all right. I've been resting today. That's another reason why I didn't get a video out like I said I was going to. One, because I was with my partner celebrating his solar return, and because the kid was tired. I needed to recuperate. All right. I have been literally alternating water and Gatorade, trying to get my energy back up. So bear with me. What's good? What's good in the YouTube hood? It's your girl, Luna Nova, and I'm back with another one for y'all today. Now, the video that we're going to talk about today is not from the Folklore Friday list, but it is something that you guys requested from my YouTube posts. So you guys wanted to hear about Antarctica, so let's get into it. If they're going to stop these damn fireworks, like I'm telling you, we're not going to be doing this today. This is part of the reason why I haven't recorded, because I haven't had quiet. Cue the intro music. They say Antarctica is just ice, a frozen desert, unlived, unreachable, and untouched. But what if I told you that that was a lie? Because underneath the miles of snow, underneath the silence of white, there are whispers of an ancient race, a portal to a lost world, and governments that will do anything to keep us from knowing the truth. It's your girl Luna Nova, and I am back with another video for you guys today. And tonight we're diving into Antarctica. But this is not the Antarctica that you learned about in school. We're talking about portals and alien civilizations, cover-ups, and the tropical paradise buried underneath the ice that has been long forgotten. Or has it? Either way it goes, let's dive into it. Now, of course, when it comes to Antarctica, there is a lot of mystery. So let's start with what we do know. In 2009, scientists drilled into the Antarctic ice, and what they found was truly shocking. Pollen, spores, and palm trees, things that you typically wouldn't find in such an icy area. All of this hidden under layers and layers of ice, something that should seem impossible for the climate, but that's the climate that we understand today, not what was. So that obviously means at some point Antarctica was warm. It was not always icy, full of lush and tropical land. But wait, it gets stranger. Much older and ancient maps, such as the Peary's Race map, dating back to the 1500s, shows a very different landmass that we see today. One without ice, perfectly captured long before satellites were in existence. So that leaves the question, who created the map and how did they come up with this depiction of the map? Now let's fast forward to 1946. The US sends over 4,000 troops, ships, and planes on a mission to Antarctica called Operation Highjump. Now they claim this was just for research. Let's just say their mission that they planned ended very early. And quietly, I might add. Now the real question is, why? According to Admiral Richard Byrd, they encountered flying objects. These are his words, not mine. And he said that they were fast, aggressive, and highly advanced. So again, that leaves me with the question of, were they truly testing out the water levels in the ice? Or were they threatened by something else underneath the ice? All right, this is probably part of the video that you were waiting for. Let's talk about the portals that are allegedly in Antarctica. Now, there is a widely shared theory that there is a very active portal underneath Antarctica's ice that acts as some type of gateway to another dimension. Now, some like to call this the old world theory. And one of the clues that would indicate that this is a real thing would be Lake Vostok. This is a subglacial lake hidden under 2 miles of ice. Now, in this place, scientists have discovered massive electromagnetic anomalies that happen here. But then, of course, just like the government, the project was shut down and the information was classified. Typical of the government. Because what exactly are they hiding? Are they hiding an interest to a new realm? or something that may be worse or even more sinister. Going a few layers deeper, this is where things get a little extraterrestrial. Now, some have a theory that there is a non human race that lives underneath the ice. Tall, advanced, alien, or Atlantic like. Now, there have been whistleblowers in the past, like Corey Goody and Linda Howe. They have claimed that there are rumors of ships in chambers, even 12-foot tall humanoid like creatures that are simply frozen in this place. Of course, this begs a few more questions. Who exactly would these people be? Are they the lost Atlanteans? Are they the Anunnaki? Who are they? And what happened to have them encapsulated in this ice? But the wildest, and to me, not so far fetched theory is the fact that the government has always been in contact with them. So, why are we, the people, not made privy to this information? Why can't regular people just go and visit Antarctica? Well, that would be because the Antarctic Treaty was signed in 1959. Over 50 different countries decided to protect the land and banned military service and members from being on said land. But what are they really doing? And what exactly would they feel the need to protect the land for and from? Because words do mean things. So, what exactly would you be protecting on said land? This circles back around to my theory that I was just mentioning. I believe the government has always been in contact with these people and or things that are there, and they don't want us to know about it. And I honestly think that they're using the American people or just the public people in general as a pawn in said agreement. Many allege that there is some type of pact or deal between the leaders of the world, the beings that reside there, possibly trading technology or something else in exchange for silence. Historically speaking, Antarctica has always been a hot topic. No pun intended. Because even the little mustache people, because y'all are not going to get me demonetized, okay? Because I just got monetized again. Y'all are not going to get me demonetized by saying that name. But you know exactly what I mean by the little mustache people. I digress. But again, even the little mustache people were obsessed with Antarctica. Now, the little mustache people believe that this portal in Antarctica led to Thule, which is a mystical realm that is pretty much the home of the gods and goddesses. And in hopes of being led to this place, the little mustache people built bases there. And they did this because they believed that the land was once connected to Atlantis. Carvings found in Antarctica resemble Sumerian and Egyptian symbols. How can cultures that never met share the same geometry? Unless they were taught by the same beings. Now, here's what matters right now. The ice is melting and at faster rates than ever. And what is underneath is coming to the surface. Governments are slowly releasing UAP files. A bunch of once classified documents are now being declassified. Aliens are now being seen across the news all over the world. And we're being prepared for something. But what exactly is that? In my opinion, I believe some type of celestial reunion, maybe even a rival, or something I fear even worse, something that we could never be prepared for. Antarctica isn't just a continent, it's a vault, a portal, maybe even a mirror. What's hiding beneath the ice may not just rewrite history, but restore it. So I'm asking you, Soul Family, what do you believe? Are there ancient beings underneath Antarctica? Is the portal real? Are we ready to face what's on the other side? Drop your theories in the comments because I'm curious. Like, share, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe here to the Mystic Muse. There's a reason why folklore runs so deep and why I get so fascinated by it, because the fact that different peoples across different bodies of waters and masses of land share certain depictions and stories, and again, folklore of certain things around the world that are not shared or connected long before they could travel to each other. So all of these people can't be lying about the things that they document, because that's what hieroglyphics are. That's what these symbols are. They're documentations of what they see, what they saw during those times. Now, I definitely plan on making a separate video about Egypt alone, because there are so many hidden secrets and things that are in Egypt. Y'all, it just definitely needs a video on its own. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, make sure you let me know down in the comments. All I know is there are plenty of more secrets that I plan on digging down into, because this rabbit hole, we haven't even scratched the surface of going down. So if there's more that you guys want to know about, please don't be shy. Make sure that y'all let me know. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up so I can go ahead and push it out and get another one going for you guys. But as always, I'm Luna. This is the Mystic Muse. Stay curious, stay mystical, and keep looking beyond the veil. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. So make sure that you drink your water, mind your business, and stay prayed up and protected. And as always, Luna loves you.
Has anybody talked to you about Wilkes Land?
What I've heard that it's a portal. A portal takes you from one structure to another or to a vessel outside our atmosphere, like an invisible elevator. This particular portal was underground, inside a structure.
What did it look like?
It had a frame, had hieroglyphics, whatever the meanings were, we still don't know. But the structure or the frame of this portal acted like a wormhole from point A to point B, a moon pool.
A moon pool.
The description I've been told looks just exactly like a moon pool.
Okay, what is a moon pool?
A moon pool, say it's in a submarine that's very deep. You've got a hatch in the floor that is open to the sea. Water does not come in and flood the vessel. The ambient pressure keeps that water, but you can enter the water and ascend from it through this moon pool.
And so, do you mean that using the word moon pool, that you're saying that there's something that's vertical that looks like a moon pool?
It looks like you're walking into the water, but it's not water.
Shape?
The ones I've been described of is square.
Square?
Yes, ma'am. It would be, I'm sure you've seen the movie Stargate. Exactly same thing, except the frame is square, not round.
Things I find most striking is the presence of Antarctica on ancient maps, because we didn't discover it until 1820, and yet it's on maps drawn in the 1500s with great detail, which again were based on much older source maps that have now been lost to us. The astonishing thing is the so-called Pinkerton world map. It just shows a hole where Antarctica is. A Wolsey-Wooler world map drawn in 1530 or thereabouts, you find Antarctica is present. Orontius Phineas map. That map shows Antarctica exactly where it should be. There's Antarctica at the tip of South America, just south of South Africa.
And what did they call it back then?
Well, they call it the Southern Land. And it's larger than it is today, but it was larger than it is today during the Ice Age. Antarctica was a much bigger. Now, what the fuck is it doing on a map drawn in the 1500s, which we know was based on older source maps when nobody knew it existed in the 1500s? To me, the obvious answer is we are dealing with the fingerprints of a lost civilization.
What if I told you that it was a whole nother world that lies right beneath us? And it's called Agartha, or some might even call it the inner earth, hollow earth, whatever you want to call it, but it's real. Let's talk about it. And it is the legendary kingdom that is said to be located in the inner surface of the earth. And this is a really popular common conspiracy because there's so many different books and articles and people from centuries ago that have wrote down and talked about this inner earth theory. And some say the entrance lies somewhere deep in the Himalayas. Some even say that the entrances are at the different poles. And a really big conspiracy is that it's somewhere deep into Antarctica. And that is why Antarctica is such this reserved place and this top secret place that you have to be literally scientist or approved to go there. And it is said that it's created by a race of powerful beings that some people might call the Old Ones. And they're far from humans physically and spiritually. And highly intelligent, and their technology is out of this world, things you couldn't even imagine. And some even believe that descendants from lost civilizations like Atlantis and all those really known, popular, advanced cities, that the descendants live in Agartha. But they say the people that live there is aware of everything that's happening on the surface. And all world governments supposedly know about this city. And it's said that Agartha holds millions of people and is ruled by a king, the master. And the kingdom preserved all of its knowledge and all of its advanced technology. It is said they have all kinds of different spacecraft, trees and animals and plants that we have never seen that are literally huge. And that they have all type of different flying spacecraft and vehicles. And it was also stated that Agartha once thrived on the surface once before. But whenever the world became more violent and unstable, the kingdom went underground. And according to legend, it will rise again when the world restores balance and peace. So they'll probably never rise to the surface again because we're probably never gonna have balance and peace. But let me know if y'all want to hear more about Agartha and the inner earth and hollow earth.
So you're saying Antarctica wasn't always frozen?
There's a massive hole in Antarctica. You can see it on Google Earth and about 30 meters wide. But here's the weird part. Around that hole, there are bases, research stations. And each base, it's named after a different country. Every major nation has a presence there. They're all studying whatever's in that hole. But that's not even the craziest part. About, I'd say, 15 to 30 miles behind that hole, there's a gigantic pyramid. I'm talking massive, way bigger than the ones in Egypt. You can see its complete apex. It's been featured on the History Channel, Ancient Aliens. It's not a secret. It's just there. Now, how did a pyramid get in Antarctica? No sand, no tools, just ice. Well, Antarctica wasn't always frozen. That continent, it shifted. The Earth's crust slipped, moved the landmass all the way to the South Pole during a pole shift. Rapid, violent. And here's the scientific proof. As the ice melts thanks to global warming, they're finding animals buried in the ice, perfectly preserved. And when they dissect them, undigested food, still in their stomachs. You know what that means?
They froze instantly?
Exactly. Flash frozen. Something catastrophic happened. Fast. And nobody's talking about it.